Good morning, Pantsers. It's Tuesday, and this is Punishment Week, which I failed at. So I was going to make a how-to video, only I was going to make it in Esperanto, because I figured, that would be a good punishment video, right? The only thing is my Esperanto is not good enough to write the script all by myself, but I ran out of time to get my friend Tom to help me translate it, so that didn't happen. So you're just getting the how-to part. This week we are making caramel, or if you are from another part of the country, you probably pronounce it caramel the way normal people do. This one is an apple cider caramel. I haven't given any measurements because we're still tweaking the recipe, but if you guys want the recipe, let me know. Okay, here we go. First thing you start out with is a lot of apple cider. Here are the rest of your ingredients. Cream, white sugar, brown sugar, salt, cinnamon, and butter. And a pan lined with parchment paper. And you boil your apple cider until it makes like a thick syrup. If you're making a different kind of caramel, you normally would use, most recipes call for corn syrup, but you can substitute something else like honey or agave or, whatever your syrup of choice is. Once you have your cider boiled down, you put in your butter and your cream and the white sugar and the brown sugar. And then you stir it all up until everything is moistened, and you put it on medium heat, and you boil it, and you boil it, and you boil it, and you boil it, until it gets to the appropriate temperature, in this case 252 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's a little bit low for this. This turned out a little bit soft, so we will probably boil it a little bit higher next time, maybe like 260 or something. I'll let you guys know. And then you take it immediately off the heat and you stir in the cinnamon and the salt, and you make sure it's all stirred up and dispersed. Don't scrape the sides. And then you pour it into your parchment lined pan. Do not scrape the sides, because if you scrape the sides, that will make the sugar crystallize, and you don't want that. It will be all grainy and weird and gross. And then you let it cool and you cut it up. This is the stuff that we made that day. It's 3 test batches of different flavors. There's the apple cider and a regular, plain vanilla caramel. And the dark colored one is molasses coffee, which is the best of the 3 in my opinion. And that's it. I mean, it's really not that difficult to make caramel. You would think it would be. Candy in general, not that hard to make. You just have to be careful about the sugaring thing, the crystallizing. That's a problem. You have to have a good thermometer, because if you get to the wrong temperature, bad things happen. You end up with candy that is not the candy you were planning to make. So that's it. I'm sorry I didn't do a better job of punishing myself for all the many times I have gone over the 4-minute rule. But that's what I've got this week. TFTBA.